Well, yeah. Next game, Wisconsin versus Washington State. Who do you think's got that?
Oof.
That's a close one because look at Wisconsin's on the up right now. They have a new coach and they're probably did they win last week? I don't even know. I don't pay attention to their.
Yeah, Wisconsin won and Washington State won, obviously.
Yeah, that'll be a good game because Washington State's good. They're decent.
Yeah, they're decent.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna go Wisconsin on that one.
Yeah,
but
I feel like
Pac-12's been on a roll, so
yeah, I feel like Wisconsin runs a similar offense to what Utah runs a little bit. I just think, yeah, Wisconsin. I think they could get a W against Washington State. Washington State, they're good, but man, I miss their air raid offense against. I mean, they still have a air raid offense a little bit, but I mean, not what they had with Mike Leach, rest in peace. But
yeah.
I just think Wisconsin. I think they're just better. So yeah, I got Wisconsin in this one. So
it's at Washington State, but yeah, I think Wisconsin, they might have their number. So, and then another one also, Old Miss versus Tulane. Sorry.
Tulane's going to win that one.
Tulane, right? The team that beat USC. Their bowl game.
Well, I mean, you got Dart, huh? Jackson Dart. He's a Utah kid.
Oh yeah, Corner Canyon High School.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his dad played at Utah too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Tulane's really good this year.
Yeah, they're ranked 24th. Old Miss is ranked 20th.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with Tulane because I think they've.
Tulane?
Yeah. Where's that game at?
At Tulane. Yeah, at Tulane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder how big their stadium is. It's probably seats 15.
Yeah, probably 18,000.
Yeah, around
people.
There, just a guess.
Yeah.
That's in New Orleans. I think Tulane's in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
In that area. Yeah, it's in New Orleans.
Green Wave.
Yeah.
Old Miss, though, so they scored 73 points on a team that they just played. I'm trying to remember who they played. But yeah, I mean, Dart's a heck of a quarterback. So
yeah, I think that'll be a close game. That could come down to the final possession.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Stanford.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm not going to predict this one. I just think it's too close to predict Tulane versus Ole Miss. I mean, Ole Miss, they might have better recruits than Tulane does, but Tulane, they're a really good team. So I just this one's a toss up. So
yeah, if Tulane has another good year like they had last year, I'm sure that coach will be going somewhere next year, right?
Yeah.
For
double the salary. That's what always happens. You know?
That's what I'm thinking of saying with Deion Sanders as well with Colorado. If they end up doing well, it's like he's going to be gone. He's not. Deion won't be sticking around as well.
The thing about Deion though is Florida State's really good, and that's the only other job he wants in college because that's where he played, and they're so good.
I'm really pulling for Florida State too. I really want them to make the playoffs this year.
I'm surprised they beat down LSU. They beat LSU down. I was surprised about that.
I just thought of this. Say Florida, the Gators have just another horrible season. Could Prime go to the rival and go to Florida? I could see that, right?
I could see that too. Yeah.
Because Napier's, I don't know. Even though they have a bunch of 4-star, 4 stars, a couple 5. The way they played us, I don't think they're on a good trajectory. Just like I don't.
It's funny. It's funny because there were a lot of recruits at the Florida game. There were a lot of like
A
highly
lot of Florida
touted.
fans too. I was surprised.
Yeah.
How Florida fans are.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There were, but I'm just saying, like, if like, I just really want Utah to land just one 5-star. If we could just land one 5-star, that would be nice. Like,
Yeah.
even if he's a defensive end, if he's I doubt we'd probably get a receiver because we don't, we're still trying to figure that position out. But I mean, I just don't get it. Like, Florida, we've beaten them, like we beat them this year, and then like we almost beat them last year, and yet they're still recruit. Like, even Oregon, like even talking about Oregon, there used to be a lot of in-state kids that would just go to Oregon because of their uniforms or because of how how nice their facility is, and it's just like, I mean, what is it going to take? Like, are you just there to go to the uniforms?
Like it's always like, well, we have, a high 4-star, all these like Fano, Clark Phillips, those were like almost a 5-star. But if you think about it too, though, we're talking about Florida. Do you remember Tyler Huntley? His senior year was like the Gatorade Player of the Year, and Jalen Glover was the Gatorade Player of the Year for Florida. They were the two pretty much the best players coming out of Florida. They weren't even 5-stars. They were what, 3, maybe 4. I think Tyler Huntley was still only a 3-star. If I remember right. So it's kind of, wow, can we just get? I agree with you. I wish we can get one 5-star, like that one tight end that ended up signing to USC. Then he just recently, but then he's going on a mission. I think he was a high 4, almost a 5-star. I don't remember his name. White kid. I thought we were gonna get him, and then he signed to USC, and I was like,
Deuce Robinson.
No, he just recently, like 3 or 4 months ago, signed with USC as a tight end, but then he decided he's going on a mission. But it was between us and USC, so I don't remember his name, but he was close to a 5-star. I thought we were going to get him, but but who knows? Maybe after his mission, he'll have a change of heart. He'll want to be around. He'll want to come.
I mean, we throw the.
He might go BYU.
No, he won't go there. If he already chose USC, then that means like he's probably pretty chill, and he's gonna be like a Britton Covey, you could be strong. You could be a faithful saint and not have to go to BYU. Let's not even get
right. I agree.
That drives me bananas.
Amen, brother.
Gosh, I mean, I live in Tooele, right? It's and it's always split, But back when I used to go to church, I don't go to church anymore. But like it was always, you have half Utah, half BYU, and it's so frustrating and so annoying. BYU fans just they don't know anything about football. They literally don't know, and they just follow along because they think that they have to like BYU. Well, I have to like BYU.
You have to. No, you don't.
I feel guilty if I don't.
I have to because I'm in Provo.
Because you're Provo. I'm a member of the church. I love the church. I think it's great, but I cannot stand BYU. I cannot stand BYU.
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Utah fan.
I would like to go to LaVell Edwards State. When we start playing them, I'd like to go there. Just because, and I want to get a cougar tail, and I'm going to video myself throwing the cougar tail on the ground and stepping on it and not eating it. And sneaking a bottle of whiskey in there.
I've never tried their ice cream either. I heard their creamery is actually really good. The BYU ice cream. I have yet to try it. I mean, I've been down to Provo plenty of times, but I've never tried their ice cream. Like,
I think you could buy it at Macy's.
Yeah,
I think you could buy it at Macy's.
You're talking about the Utah State ice cream. That's what it is.
Yeah. I won't even eat a Built Bar because Built Bar, that company. They I don't know if you know they scholarshiped all of BYU's walk-ons, and I literally I won't even eat a Built Bar. Anything that has to do with them, any of their boosters, I won't. I just won't. Like, I won't do it.
Yeah.
But anyways.
All right. Stanford versus USC. Who you got?
Yeah, we know.
I already know this one.
We all know this one. We all know USC.
But I wish Troy Taylor luck. I'm glad that they're going to the ACC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
happy
my
for Troy
goodness.
Taylor. Even though he sucked for us, he wasn't very good. But I mean,
No.
he seemed like a good dude. So
Yeah.
happy for them, and I feel like Stanford.
I mean, who knows? Maybe Stanford, because USC doesn't play defense.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe Stanford can pull off an upset against them. I mean, but I do
high
think
hopes, but yeah.
high hopes, yeah.
I hope.
And I just can't stand USC
Oh
and
yeah.
Coach Lincoln
that-
Riley with his
So that's the question. Colorado versus
anytime he's always like yelling at the referee for something. So it's
Yeah.
like he's just always yelling at the referee for something. It's like, come on, it's the beginning of the game. You're already getting mad over something that happened. Like it's
Right.
just like yeah. But
True.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. I just think but yeah, USC's gonna win this game.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I wonder if Caleb Williams is mad that he's not getting all the hype like Deion Sanders is right now. So
I'm sure.
Probably.
I'm sure it bugs him a little bit.
With
But
all
I'm
those
sure, I can
commercials.
imagine his mind, what he tells himself, in his mind.
yeah. Yeah.
Just
That's
I feel
the
like they
question.
I just feel like they overhype USC so much
Oh, they do.
with like every year. It's like they're number 6, we're number 8, we're number 7, and we don't. But you haven't played defense in like 10 years. I mean, sure, you can score a million points on the board, but when your defense gets on the field, you can barely play defense. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, what the heck? I mean, I just don't get it. It's like, how is Alex Grinch? He still have a job? Like
He won't next year if
On the Big Ten, no.
yeah,
Michigan will walk all over them.
I think
Yeah.
that depending on if they, in order for what's his name, Grinch, right? Alex Grinch or something like that, whatever.
Yeah,
If USC doesn't make it to the playoff, or say they go to the Pac-12 championship and lose again,
mhm.
Us, yeah.
he's gone. He's for sure gonna lose his job, for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So when Colorado plays USC, who you guys going for?
when is that
Mm.
game?
That is in like 2 weeks. No, it's 3 weeks because Colorado plays. They play Nebraska, then they play Colorado State, then they play Oregon at Oregon. I'm probably going to be going for Oregon in that game.
That's gonna be
But then
that
they
USC
play
Colorado is
USC,
gonna be like 48 to 50 to 48. It's gonna that's gonna be a shootout, man.
Yeah.
September
high
30th.
scoring game.
September 30th.
That's a toss up for me. I can't even yeah.
For me, if USC is undefeated, I'm definitely going for Colorado in that game. But then, if Colorado's undefeated somehow and USC's also undefeated, I'm going for USC that game just because I want to see Colorado go down.
I get that logic. I like that logic.
But at the same time, it's like, but then do we want to hear Caleb Williams the whole time? So I'm just glad USC actually has to play Oregon. They have to play Oregon and Washington.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. So
do we.
We play everybody.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. To which then brings up, do you guys want to go through Utah schedule at all?
We
sure.
can touch on it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I guess overall, what games are you thinking that's the scare, they a little frightful about? Kind of oh man.
I think that game at to be honest, that game at USC. I know. We've beaten USC 3 times, but they're gonna have revenge on their minds. They're gonna want revenge. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be angry. They're gonna want to. But that game, man, we've won one time. It's still crazy to me. At USC, a couple years ago, and and we hadn't won there since 1913 or something like that. And it's since football even started. I mean, So I just don't. That's one of the games up there that I'm just we need to bring our A game. So
yeah. for me, I feel the USC game and the Washington game, even JT Wisterseal on the Locked On Youth's the most annoying dude ever, but he doubts us at Oregon State. You know, he doesn't think we're going to beat Oregon State. A lot of people don't think we're going to beat Oregon State. I think we're going to beat both Oregon schools. I think we'll beat Oregon State. It'll be a close game, and I think we're going to beat Oregon at home as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think USC and Washington are going to be the toughest games to me personally.
Yeah,
I think we'll win all our home games this year. To be honest with you, I think maybe some games will be closer than others, but we haven't lost at home for like forever. So I mean, and I'm hoping, knock on wood, exactly.
Yeah.
But I just don't see us losing at home, especially in that environment, that crowd.
Crazy.
I mean,
My voice is still gone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think it's true. For me, it's Oregon State. I think the main thing Oregon State has is the offensive line. Like I was watching last year, Oregon versus Oregon State, watching the Civil War game, right? That was insane. And Oregon State just ran the ball. That's all they did. And with us, for me, I just feel like, we did pretty well against them when we played them last year. Like, it was 42-16, but offense, line of scrimmage, it didn't seem like it, Who was our DB that he went NFL?
Clark Phillips.
Yes, thank you. Phillips had like 3 interceptions. It was ridiculous. If it wasn't for him, I think we would have been the game would have been a little closer. But I still think we could go beat Oregon State there. It's gonna be tough for sure. We got Oregon at home. USC, that's also gonna be tough. They're gonna be mad because we beat them in the Pac-12 championship. So I feel like Oregon kind of had our number this past year. Granted, I don't think Cam Rising's played that game. Maybe he did. No, I don't think did he? I don't remember.
Which game?
Oregon. No, he played, I think. Yeah, we lost to Oregon last year, 20.
They say that was his worst game of the season last year.
That's right. He played that game. That's right. It wasn't that great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do think we're going to beat Oregon at home. Hopefully that's a night game. That's probably going to be the blackout game. It's my guess. It's always fun. I just remember that Covey's punt return. I lost my mind on that.
That was so sick.
I still don't know why Cristobal even did that when there was a minute, 30 seconds left or something like that, and I'm like,
there was 10 seconds.
Yeah.
There was 10
seconds. 11.
I thought, is he really punting?
Halftime.
There's no way he's punting. There's no way. And when he punted, I said, I knew. I envisioned it before it even happened.
Yeah.
That
was awesome. We were wearing wearing the USS Salt Lake City uniforms too, the silver and black with the ship on the.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We come out with these like one-time uniforms. It's like, I get their like special uniforms. It's like, but I was like, they're so cool looking. Like we should wear them again. I don't know.
Last year we had the helmets with Ty Jordan's face, and remember those?
Those were awesome. So
those were cool.
And I think Washington. I think as long as we cover deep, because Penix, he just throws that ball deep. If we're able to cover deep, if we shut down the run, maybe they can do his 10-yard passes. But I feel like Washington gets a lot of their momentum from getting these 50-yard balls and 70-yard balls. So that's how we open.
Can I bring up a point? If it's okay, I want to bring up a point about that. It's kind of an insecurity I have. As much as I like JT Broughton, Miles Battle, and Samaya Vaughn, I don't know, man. It seem like every year even Clark Phillips got burnt last year a few times, but it just seems like, I don't know. I just feel like we get burnt sometimes. Our corners do, and it concerns me a little bit.
That's true.
But
the tall, rangy corners. I mean, the ones we have like Zamaya Vaughn and I don't know if Zamaya Vaughn's tall. I don't know how tall he is, but JT Broughton, of course. Even though he's like 6'2", I just feel like and I'm not downplaying JT Broughton, but JT Broughton, I just feel like he could be better at covering receivers, like even the 50 balls. Like we literally could have beaten Florida more if we didn't give up that touchdown against against Florida. So I don't know. I just think he's not like with Clark Phillips. So, he's not like Clark Phillips, if that makes sense. He's not the he's the rangiest corner. I mean, sure, Clark Phillips wasn't that tall, but he was, he was still kind of a ball hawk, if that makes sense.
He was.
Yeah. He still could play to his strengths.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I worry about our corners, especially against USC and Washington, because man, they got 5-star receivers like that guy last year, Aiden. Was it Aiden? Aiden Hutchinson, or is that his name? The one who played at Pitt and then went to USC, or Addison? Addison.
Jordan Addison, yeah.
Yeah, Addison. Man, he burnt Clark a few times, man. I remember Clark falling a few times trying to cover that guy.
Yeah.
That was brutal. Yeah, it's scary. The receivers are good, man. USC always has really good receivers. And Washington this year has a couple really good receivers too. It's going to be tough. Because they're going to get
That's true.
Yeah, they're going to get balls on. They're going to still rack up yards passing on us.
So,
I mean, you can't get away from that.
But at the same time, though, it's like, and I feel like Kyle Whittingham, that's his whole strategy, right? If he can shut down the run, then all he can do is pass. That's what Utah's defense is really all about. But like at the same time, thinking about it, like that's pretty much how Ohio State beat us at the Rose Bowl. It's like they couldn't run on us, but they ended up being able to pass, and our coverages were. I mean, you had Bernard playing DB there, playing both ways as well. It's just like,
I don't know if this is just me, but I don't know what it is about Andy Ludwig's offense. I like the offense we run, but they even said like they got to get the receivers more involved. And we took a deep shot. I just want to see that more often. More deep shots. More deep shots. It's kind of they say they're lacking at the receiver position. They got rid of Chad Bumpus. They got rid of the other wide receiver coach. I don't really think it's the coaching. I just think it's the players that we even if like the receiver's open, we're always gonna, if the tight end's open first, gonna always go to that tight end. Like I mean, it's just so predictable to see us throw to a tight end when it's like last year against USC, we went to Kincaid maybe at 80% of the time.
Yeah, he had 260 yards receiving or something like that.
It was good, but I just think if we do that so much more often, you're putting all your eggs in one basket. You're literally, we got to throw more slant routes. I feel like if we threw more slant routes, more vertical routes too, I really think that's the only thing that's lacking is just the receiver position. Just that 1,000-yard receiver. We haven't had one since Drez Anderson.
I agree with you, and I actually talked about this with Kyle Brady the other day. I said, when I was watching that Florida State game, and LSU was like, man, they're just passing. They're passing and passing. And this is just my theory on it. As much as Kyle Whittingham wants to say, I've given Andy Ludwig the reins. He can do whatever he wants. I don't think so. I think that Kyle still has a little bit of hold on it. He likes to play more conservative. He hates turnovers. And I think he trusts Cam, but still not enough to just let him just go balls to the wall and just start throwing to Devon. And we have that Micah Pittman, the new receiver, Emery Simmons. We got all these receivers that are good. They don't give him a chance, and it's frustrating. Devon Bailey can win a one-on-one. He's tall. He's a big kid.
Yeah,
he can win a one-on-one. He did all last year. Every time they threw to him, his catches weren't easy. He had to go high point them, or he had to turn, like back shoulder or whatever. But I just still feel Kyle Whittingham has a little bit of control, and I think there's something there. Remember how many years it used to be so frustrating when we would go to the first game and it was usually against SUU or Weber State, and we couldn't. Took us till the second or third quarter to score. You're like, what's going on, dude?
Yeah.
How many OCs did we go through back in the day? It was Aaron Roderick, Brian Johnson were like co-offensive coordinators. And
to be honest, though, that one year when we had Travis Wilson and the other quarterback, he lined up at receiver against Oregon. That one year where we beat Oregon 62-20 in Eugene.
Yeah,
I really liked that offense that what we were doing. We gave it to the running back. He threw it deep to the other. I feel like we could do more trick plays like that.
Yeah.
We don't do it as much as we used to, and I don't know. I mean, I personally don't know why they let Aaron Roderick go. But I like that type of offense. Yeah, you're running the ball, but you're also keeping the defense guessing, like, oh, what's next? And we throw the ball. So I just feel like we could spread the field more if we did that.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, I thought for sure that first play against Florida was going to be a run. It's like, all right, here we go, just going to run the ball.
I thought that too.
Yeah, same.
I thought it was going right to Jaquindon. I was like, oh, this is. In fact, I said it out loud. I'm like, to this guy who's sitting in front of me, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a Jaquindon up the middle. Come on, we already know what's. And then when he threw it, I was like,
what? Yeah, what? He's throwing it? What?
Yeah. And we went through so many offensive coordinators, and it was so frustrating. After A-Rod and Brian Johnson left, and didn't we get what's his name, the guy that was Lavelle Edwards, the Hawaiian guy, the Asian Hawaiian guy. He was our OC. He was our OC for like 1 year, and then he went to Hawaii as their head coach.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name either, but we had him, Troy Taylor, and who else did we have? We had several, and it used to and everybody always said the same thing. Kyle, and Kyle used to hear it. Kyle has control of the offense. He doesn't let his offensive coordinators, do this or do that. I think he's let loose a little bit, but I still think there's something going on there. I really, truly do. I think he doesn't want to turn the ball over. He still doesn't have that trust. He doesn't want to turn the ball over.
Yeah.
So, but anyways.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Norm Chow. Norm Chow was his name.
Norm Chow. Yeah. Norm Chow.
Norm Chow. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, what do you think, Dave?
No, yeah, I think this has been good. We're coming down to 10 minutes left now. So, but yeah, let's go beat Baylor. And
yeah,
if you guys are good with Monday night. Monday night. If not, Wednesday night's perfect for me. Wednesday night's probably really the best time for me. This time right now is like the best time. But if you guys are good with Monday, just hit me up.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
One more prediction, not about our team, but about the team that I hate so much. If they don't win 6 games, Jay Hill's going to be called the interim head coach, and they're going to let Kalani go if they don't win 6 games.
Yeah,
I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
I'm calling it now. When they hired Jay Hill, I knew immediately why they hired him. He is Kalani's replacement, and I know in Kalani's mind, he knows that too.
Yeah.
He knows it. Immediately I knew. And I'll tell you what, like a lot of people, when they were doing so bad, they turned on Elisa Tuiaki, who was their defensive coordinator. They turned on him, and people were saying, I don't want to say racist things, but they were like, Kalani needs to stop hiring his cousins and his family. And, they were saying all this on Twitter and on social media. And when he ended up letting Elisa go, Elisa came out with a tweet that said, thank you to the BYU and to the fans. And then he put, and by the way, me and Kalani aren't related. And I thought that was very indicative of everything that was going on, because people think that. And it annoys me, though, that Kalani does go out and offers 8th graders, because I do have most of my friends are Polynesian. I hang out with a lot of Polynesians. I used to work at Delta Airlines part-time. They all work there. I worked with
Mhm.
Simoti Pepa's dad and Junior Tafuna's dad. They both work at Delta. But
Yeah.
I would get guys that I work with come in and be like, "Oh, my son's in 8th grade. Kalani already offered him." Kalani just does that, and it's annoying. He goes around and just starts giving every Poly an offer when they're
Yep.
young. He does it,
Wow.
and it's like it is what
Yeah.
it is, right? I get why he's trying to jump ahead of the train,
Yeah.
but it's just kind of it is what it is. But I really truly think Jay Hill's going to be the next head coach. I just can't see them being successful, and I know deep down inside, this is just me personally, because I have animosity towards the church. I think that that's why they hired Jay, and I think Kalani's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it is a little worrisome, definitely. If we were BYU fans, uh, knowing that they only scored 14 points against who? Sam Houston?
Yeah.
Who's Sam Houston?
Oh my gosh.
Like, for
Yeah,
real, though. It's just like, wait, you guys only scored 14 points against a team that doesn't really, like, it's kind of like Arizona State. Arizona State barely beat SUU. And it's
Yeah.
like,
It's not even.
oh boy.
They're not even.
Like,
They're not even relevant.
yeah, so it's just like,
Yeah.
and then BYU, they're going to be playing now. They're in the Big 12, which I don't know. Big 12 doesn't look too good this year considering all their losses right now. But like,
Yeah.
still,
Mhm.
BYU is actually now in a conference, so it's like, yeah, I think BYU could go 6-6. And I think that's being generous too.
You know,
yeah.
I didn't say this earlier, but I already put out a there's this website called playoffpredictors.com/college football. You can go through all the teams, you can pick what team wins that week and all that. I did a full 12 game schedule of each team on what I have BYU going 9-3. And I maybe this is just me, but I just don't see them losing more than 3 games. Sure, they don't score a lot. They didn't score a lot of points, but I don't know. I just may I guess
I
I'm
guess the
not hating
defense
on
could
them
be
as much
good,
as I
but
do, but
yeah.
yeah.
It's
So,
it's funny how the narrative
but
this whole last week was the offense wasn't good, but look at our defense is good. Jay Hill's doing a great job, and I knew
yeah,
that confirmed
Really
my
turned.
suspicion. That confirmed my suspicion.
Yeah, the
The
quarterback.
Yep.
defense is great.
Yeah, but the quarterback, I don't know. Who knows? So,
Yeah,
that were Utah
yeah,
fans, though.
exactly.
yeah,
We're gonna, yeah,
Feel like we're going to do well in the Big 12 next year. Yeah, we do lose a lot of our offense after this season,
yeah.
but I do think we keep most of our defense, so that's good. But if
Mhm.
If Brandon Rose is the next guy, or Nate Johnson or somebody, then it's like we might still have a pretty good quarterback.
Or
yeah.
Isaac Wilson. Who knows?
Or Isaac Wilson, yeah, there we go.
Isaac Wilson.
I
I
hope
would
he
love to
grows
see.
like at least another 2 inches before he gets to
Yeah.
us, because he's only.
Yeah,
I
Put some
think
more
they
6
list him
foot.
at 6 foot. I think he's a legit 5'10", dude.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
And
so
get
Yeah.
some muscle on him, that's for sure too. So
I mean, he's going to
Yeah.
be training in the off season with Aaron Rodgers and his brother. I mean, he should be freaking dialed in and ready to go.
true.
Yeah.
So
He's got all of the benefits in the world to become a great quarterback.
yeah.
So his dad played when I was at Utah. His dad was a football player when I was there, so I knew his dad. But
Nice.
anyways, so
Cool. But yeah, let's plan on, if you guys go with Monday, let's plan next Monday.
Yeah.
If not, definitely Wednesday. And yeah, feel free to invite other people on too as well. Let's see if we can
yeah,
get more people on, more perspective as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Make sure we beat Baylor here. Gotta go beat Baylor.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got to do that.
I don't
We
know if they're
will.
gonna be
Yeah.
the same team. I'm worried they might not be the same team, but they are playing with their second string quarterback, so because they didn't look
Yeah.
too good against Texas State, but who knows?
I'll predict 8 sacks minimum.
There we go.
Minimum 8 sacks.
I like
We're
that.
gonna get him a lot. We are gonna get him a lot.
Yeah, I think Tanavasa, I think he'll have at least 2 sacks in this game if he
Yeah.
plays.
Jonah Ellis won. Jonah Ellis should have at least 1.
Yeah, so I think but I think Fano, this will be his game. I think he'll show up and and he'll play really well.
Yeah, he's not very
It's-
big, but
you know-
he's good. He's quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways, okay.
Yeah, send me you guys an email.
All right.
I'll send these 2 sessions out, and yeah, be good. So let's go Utes. So
Yep. Thanks, guys. Have a
Yeah.
good
Go
night.
Utes.
yeah, we'll see ya.
Yeah. See ya.